welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. I'm up here on the high spot where the water tank building will be. I was going to show you how the water flowed through this little rain event we had recently. So everything from this little ridge line that runs that way, including a portion of that, runs in on the north end of the creek. The South Creek, which is the main creek, is fed from everything from right in here, all the side of this mountain here, up to about right in here, runs down that main creek on the other side of the little road there. So let's walk down this way and we'll follow the water as it ran. As you can see, you do not want to fall. These are lechuguilla, and they will get you good. They're also called Mexican shin dagger, if that gives you an idea how good they feel when you get them in your leg. They'll go right through your pants, I'll tell you that. I've had to dig a couple out of my leg already. It was a slow rain event, enough to make water run, but not like some of them out here where it moves boulders. Still quite dry out here. The rain did help some of the plants. Others are not coming back to life yet. They're waiting for a real monsoon rain. So off this ridge that I just walked down, the water comes through here. It can't go over the road crest right there because it's a little higher. You can see it runs right through here, around this rock that I used to have a lot of problems with the trailer getting around. It's depositing a little bit of sediment behind this lechuguilla and prickly pear and the rocks. Runs down. Haven't got around to it yet, but I'm gonna put another little leaky weir right in here. This first one I did catch some sediment. I'm sure it had some water build up behind it. All this sediment right here is from road fill though. All the soil's locked in pretty good in the cracks of the rocks. It takes a real hard rain event to knock some of that loose. And it's still probably going to take a decade for any amount to build up enough to plant anything in. I'm probably going to haul some of my topsoil pile. It's over there. Throw a few scoops back here where I can start planting some things that are drought tolerant. The ocotillo that's right behind this big leaky weir here looks the best out of any of them out here. It's got nice full leaves on it. It's grown some. Had a good flowering as well. So that pretty much stopped the water right there on that one. The road didn't show any signs of erosion. It didn't run fast enough to do anything through here. This whole thing slants this way, so it ran off. Right in here you can see a little water ran right there by this catclaw bush. Just a little bit ran through here. You can still see the track mark from the excavator. It didn't even wash it hard enough to wash that track mark out. And then right in here, it turned and went off the road, which is what I want it to do. And again, went down through here and then went off the road. Now I'm wanting you know, I've sloped the road so it all slopes to the inner corner of this. I'm not completely done with it, so there's a few areas that still have some issues, but I'm getting there. More water ran off right here. Some water ran through here, took a little bit of fine sediment with it. And see right here, it kind of branched off. Some of it went that way, some of it kept going down the side of the road. And it kind of merges together right in here. Goes in and catches this little tire rut. And some more kind of pool right in here. And it just slowly went on down the road. It's definitely a mild rain. A little bit came through here, right down this edge, and then went off right there where I dumped the beams. A little went down here. Kind of spread out and ran down this road. Let's go over there to the main creek that feeds the pond. Here we are on the back side of the big leaky weir on the main creek that feeds the pond. We had a little bit of sediment build up on top of the rocks here. Real fine. And some here on the bottom along with some organic buoyant material. It really wasn't a good test for anything though, as slow as the water was moving. My little diversion channel I cut right here to keep the water from coming over and causing some calving on the edge there. It finally got some water in it. You can see where it ran through here, right here. The direction there. When it rains real hard, some water, when it comes up out of the bank a little bit, it comes around this side here. I still have a bunch of work to do over here though. This is all packed in rock. It's about 6 feet deep, so it's not going anywhere. I took out a little bit of fine sediment on the top, that's all it did. And then it dumped into our pond down there. Beautiful sight. Have some water out here again. Let's go over to the North Creek. Right here by the building, we had all the water that comes off this little area here, ran down, kind of grouped together and picked up speed. Took a little bit of sediment with it right here. And then took a little out right here. Carved in just a little bit right here beside the moringa. And then took out a little bit on its way down into the pond. Let's go over here to the North Creek. There's our North Creek. And again, it just comes from this ridge. This direction is all it's coming from, which is quite a bit, but nothing compared to the South Creek. Got some fresh mesquite pods there. So it's carving a little bit right here, and It started back here where I broke this layer of rock that was keeping it from doing that. You can see there's a layer of rock right there. When I broke through that, it started undermining it, and it's since then carved this clay out all the way back to there, and it'll keep doing it until I fix it. So it washed in, pulled some sediment right in here. Came down this little gully that I made. There's some nice rock layers in here. It's not going to wash that out. Oh, that's good solid rock here. I made this little dam right here to keep it from washing this topsoil that I put out. Carried a little bit of sediment with it. Gained up a little speed right here and took it with it all the way into the little pocket that I dug some trips back. See all the hoof prints in there from the mule deer. There was enough water from this one to fill this up all the way. And then you can see right here had some buoyant material that was deposited. It overflowed, ran through here, pulled a little bit there, ran down here all the way, because this is all solid rock right here. So can't wash that out. And then it took some finer sediment with it. See some more rodent feces and little sticks and pieces of grass and things. Washed it down into the pond, the main body of the pond. This pulled a little bit of water in here, which has since dried out. And we had another good little pocket right here that soaked in. It was about a month ago, so it's pretty dry now. Just the big pockets of water left. Not a whole lot of damage from this rain, but it looks like it did do some good as far as bringing some finer sediment into some of the catchment points and put a little bit of water in the pond. Well, if you like what I'm doing out here and you want to help speed this project up, there's a few avenues to do that in the description to the video. Buy Me a Coffee and Amazon are on there. Buy Me a Coffee is probably the easiest. Every little bit will help me get closer to being out here full time and making all this happen a lot faster. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.